So what is that? Well, instead of going over the slides first, I will like to demonstrate why it is needed. Okay, so that's why I will again open my Python, and then let me delete this part. Let's say that we want to write a code to find a maximum number in a given list. Okay, so let's say that we have some numbers in a given list, any some number, whatever it is. For simplicity, let's say that our problem, we know that the numbers should be always greater than 0. Let's say that this is like the test scores, okay? Whatever it is. Of course, yeah, we have a super student here if it is test scores, but anyhow. So I want to find this maximum number among these in this list. So what I will do is, since I know that the numbers cannot be less than 0, I'll just put start my maximum number as a -1, because I know that it is smaller than all the numbers that I have, so it will be changed in the very first iteration. And then I will just go over the numbers in my list. So for each number in numbers, if the max number is less than the current number, then which means, okay, I need to change. I need to update my max number then to this. And then maybe once I've finished all the numbers, I can then print the max number to see which one of it. So let's see if it works correctly. So I run my code, and then let's see which one, if it will be able to find this number. Yeah, it put 123. I'll just play with the numbers to ensure that, okay, my calculation is really correct. So will it be find this very large number? Yes. So it seems correct. So now let's say that in our scenario, by the way, we had done this example before, but if this part is still not clear for you, that is fine. This is not what the message I'm trying to give. Okay, we will see it later on. Like, just you can say, okay, we need this 5 lines of code to find the maximum number. Okay, but let's say that, okay, I found these numbers, then but maybe in a scenario, let's say, okay, this was only quiz 1. Now you also need to find the maximum number in quiz 2. Okay, so I have some other numbers. Let's say this is numbers 2, and I have some another numbers here, which is, let's say, again, some random numbers. Then I need to find it again. And then what should I do? Well, okay, I can just copy paste it. So I'll copy paste it here, and then now I can run it again. Oh, this is numbers 2. I need to make it also numbers 2. Yeah, so I need to deal with this copy paste problems, of course. Also, I need to make this numbers 2, and then I'll run it again. Okay, now it finds correctly. Good. Well, then they say, okay, this is the only quiz 2, but in this course we do 100 quizzes. Okay, so you really need to run this time 100 times. So again, I have some larger number, some another numbers that I need to do again. So, and I have maybe some other numbers, whatever it is. The numbers are not important, but I need to change also this part. It needs to be numbers 3, and I will run it again, and so on. And then going forward, maybe what will happen is they will say quiz 4, quiz 5, quiz 6, quiz 7, quiz 8, quiz, and so on and so on. So the thing is, there's a repeated task I need to do all the time. And yeah, I can do it copy pasting, that is fine. But eventually what I end up is this huge, not readable, this messy code. Like if I give this code to someone else, okay, here's the code that I implemented for the task, and they say, okay, then they have to go through all of them, because they will think that maybe I'm doing something different. Maybe it's not the same action. Maybe in one of them I'm trying to find the minimum. They don't know because it's so long. They have to read all of them. And that's scary and that's not readable. I can do many copy paste errors, like maybe numbers 1, numbers 2. Maybe I will forget to change it, as I did when I was first in my first run. So that's really bad for me actually now. It's not a readable code, and there are many things like this we do. Like, think about it. We find the maximum numbers, maximum score, average score, take the standard deviation of the scores, and we do it for each assignment. Like, think about this, and there are so many classes, sections, and so on and so. So we, for each of them, we will do the same action. So what I will do is, instead of this long messy code, what I will do is, I will first say, I'll say, okay, I got your point. You are giving me some numbers, and I need to find this maximum number. But actually, my algorithm, it will not change. So instead of doing that calculation for a given specific number list, I will first define how to find a maximum number for any given number of lists. Okay? So I will define it as a function. And this, the def is a keyword. It means define. It comes from a definition. So I will give a meaningful name like find the maximum number. Okay? And for a given number list. Then I will write my code here. I will delete this part actually. I will delete this solution. I will even take this out, put it here. So I just define it here now as a number list. And in my now calculation, how do you find the maximum number in a number list? Well, given that all the numbers are positive, you can start it from -1. Then you need to go all the numbers that you have given me. So this needs to be changed. This needs to be matched. And go over them. If the current maximum number is less than the number, update it, and then print it. Okay, this is how you do it. And this number list, what is this number list? Well, because nothing is defined above that. Well, this number list is my naming. Like, this is whatever number list you are giving me. So this is a user-defined part. Like, I can say any name can be given here. But of course, and then I need to just match it that. But of course, it will really not readable. So I need to give some meaningful name so that everyone will understand. But then what will next? So I defined it. I didn't solve the solutions yet. Then they said, okay, here we have quiz 1. We have quiz 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will just 3, 4, 5, 6. And probably we have some in each of them we have some different numbers. Oops, not letters. And maybe the number of students participated is keep changing. That is fine. My code is able to handle it. And so on. So this is and for each of them, I need to find it, the list, the bigger one. So what I will do is, okay, you want me to find what is the maximum number in quiz 1. Okay, then you can use this function that I defined here, and just give me this quiz 1 numbers. So I will give this quiz 1 numbers as a parameter, as a one, and then, so this is quiz 1. Now this is quiz 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll just change the number that I provide. It will be 5. It will be 6. And that's it. Now what will happen is, now it is much more readable because I give a very meaningful name, find maximum number. Even though if you don't read the code, you will have a guess that, okay, this should find the maximum number in a given list. So it's so straightforward. And then I'll just look at this code. Okay, we are finding the maximum numbers in all these quizzes. So that's so much easier to read. And I didn't need to type many things. I just defined generally how you can do it, and then this is how you can use it. This is a definition, and this is how I use it. If I hadn't done it, again, my code would look like similar to this. I'll just do this again. So 6 times I need to run this code this like. And I need to update the parameters, but instead of having this messy code, I will just have this lines of code here. This is why we have the functions, the main motivation. And it also exists in all other programming languages. So to sum up what is a function, now I think we can go to the slides. A group of statements that we, to finish a task in a program, that we give a name, and so that we break this problem into, we name actually some set of statements, we give them a name, because the reason is that we will reuse it again and again and again. So this is the main motivation for these functions. There are also some other reasons that we have functions, which is the divide and conquer approach. What is this? Well, let's say that you need to write a code that will belong all these statements, okay? But in the beginning, you need to design, like, how will I do it? There are so many things to do it. So what I'll do is, instead of writing it from scratch here, I will break the problem into smaller ones, give them names, and then work on those smaller tasks and then do it.